10 years ago, I made my very first YouTube video. I was a wee little 24-year-old with big goals and dreams for YouTube, plus very little knowledge on what I was doing, very little. But we made a cute little ghost cupcake that was pretty cool back then. And that little ghost cupcake, I'm really proud of him. He started a brand new life for me. And to celebrate that very first video on this 10th anniversary, we are going back to none other than Fiction Food Friday. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a script that I wrote back in 2019, and I just never saw it through. And why? I don't know. I bought the costume. I bought the supplies. I wrote the script. I made the recipe. I don't think I tested it. But nevertheless, I had all the supplies and I thought, what the heck? Let's just do it. So let's have a little fun and dive on into the world of Nikki Lee Bakes.
Ahoy there, mateys. Welcome back to Fiction Food Friday.
How do you say Friday in pirate?
Friday.
That's Dracula. Today's recipe is from Peter Pan. I hate that guy. But not the movie. It's from the 1911 book. The OG, the original, the kind of terrifying story.
And here it is.
We all know Hook hates Peter and his lost voice, which is why I hate that I have this signed autographed photo from Peter Pan. Somebody destroy this. Oh no, there's another one. Nikki, who are you? Somebody get rid of it. It's okay. In the book he says, he will return to the ship and cook a large, rich cake of a jolly thickness with green sugar on it. And blah, 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 blah. We will leave the cake on the shore of the mermaid's lagoon. They will find the cake and they will gobble it up because having no mother, they don't know how dangerous 'tis to eat rich, damp cake. Aha, they will die. So today we are making Hook's rich damp cake. Damp. So here's what you'll need. For the cake, 2 boxes of white cake mix, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 2 cups of sour cream or yogurt, 2 cups of water. I'll explain that in a second. 6 eggs, 3 teaspoons of cherry extract. That's the other part I'm going to explain. 1 teaspoon of lemon extract, 2 teaspoons of butter extract, red food dye, 9-inch cake pan. For the icing, around 5 to 6 cups of dark chocolate buttercream, some green fondant, some brown or chocolate fondant, green luster dust, gold luster dust, leaf fondant cutters, a small paintbrush, and green sanding sugar. And this one, I found it at Walmart. It just seemed so mermaid lagoony. I think there's a little purple in there. 'Twas satisfying. So anyway, all I was trying to say is I couldn't find any cherry extract, even though I had that written in my recipe back in the day. So I'm substituting the 2 cups of water with 2 cups of cherry juice and just gonna hope for the best. We'll taste it at the end and find out. First thing to do, bake our cakes. I adapted this recipe from the very popular white almond sour cream recipe that you see like all over Cake Central and stuff. It's basically a doctored cake mix. It's particularly very moist to give us the damp part, damp with a P, and it will be cherry flavored and dyed red to represent poison. Red velvet, also a great option. Don't know why I didn't think of that when I wrote this script 6 years ago. Start by whisking together your cake mix, flour, sugar, and salt. Then in a separate bowl, beat together your sour cream, water, eggs, and extracts. Add in your dry ingredients a little at a time until everything is incorporated. And then add in your poisonous red food dye. It's red, it's going in your food, and it's going to make you die. It can be hard sometimes to get your batter to turn from pink to red, so you're gonna need to use a lot of red food dye. I used half of this 1-ounce bottle. Now we're gonna fill our pans, and if you have 3 9-inch cake pans, it's gonna save you a lot of time because you can bake everything all at once. If not, you'll have to bake this 2 or 3 times. For me, it'll be 2 times. Before you pour your batter in, just make sure your pan is greased really well. And if you add parchment paper, it'll help a lot. When we fill it, we're gonna fill it about 2/3 full. You might have some leftover batter at the end, but what you decide to do with that batter is up to you. Then bake your cakes in the oven at 325 for 45 to 50 minutes. It's gonna be a long time for you if you gotta do it 3 times. You're welcome. Is this not the best recipe you've ever had? In the meantime, we can prepare our fondant leaves. Now, Hook plants the cake in the Mermaid's Lagoon, so I wanted the cake to feel a little swampy, you know? So to get that, we're gonna marble together our green and our brown. All you have to do for this, is mush the 2 colors together, mush it, you know, squish it, and then you're gonna stretch and pull. It's gonna marble it together, you know, but you just want to make sure you don't do too much, because if you do, it'll end up looking like Mr. Smee's undies. I only know about that because he leaves them all over the poop deck. No pun intended. Oh, look, there's another pair. Rude, Mr. Smee. I don't like touching them. Okay, so it looks a little bit like this. We can see our green, we can see our brown, and it doesn't look too disgusting. Then you just have to roll it out and cut out your shapes. I'm using a couple different sizes because it'll just help fill in the holes as we put them on the cake. Now we got to make it a little bit more mermaidy. It's lagoony, and now we got to make it mermaidy. So we're going to add some glimmer with our luster dust, and this is where the lemon extract comes in. So just in separate bowls, mix your luster dusts with a tiny drop of lemon extract so that you get a shiny little paint. And then we're going to paint some, just a little bit, you don't want to slop it on. We'll paint some gold and green in different spots on the leaves, and then go ahead and let those dry. Once our cakes are cool, we're going to remove them from our pans and level them off. I'm going to be honest, my 3rd cake is still cooling. I might not put it in here. I can do what I want because this is my anniversary video. So grab your best Peter Pan-y type platter and dab some of that rich chocolate frosting for the rich damp cake on the bottom. Then add your bottom layer, frost the top all the way to the outside edge, then stack another cake and repeat it for the top layer if you are not waiting for yours to cool. And once you're all stacked, use the remainder of your frosting to cover the rest of the cake. Now I purposely, truly, kept the frosting a little bit messy because number 1, it's supposed to be swampy, and number 2, it was made by Captain Hook and he only has just one hand. Now on the outer edges, we're going to add our fondant leaves, and you can do whatever design you want here. I am going to stack them all the way up to the top, just kind of like make a little DAM there for when we put in our sprinkles, our green sprinkles on top. Green sugar. It's 3 a.m. So if you do what I do and you want them stacked on the cake, start from the top and then work your way down, or else it's going to go like this. And we kind of want it to look a little more like this. You want to see the tips of the leaves, let's put it that way. And your frosting is what's going to make them stick. So don't wait too long to put them on there, or else the frosting will crust over. Once all of our leaves are finished and on the cake, our last part is to add the green sugar all over the top of our jolly thick cake. And that's it. A rich, damp cake for Peter Pan and those wretched lost boys. As always, thank you guys for watching, both today and over the course of the 10 years that Nikki Lee Bakes has existed. Nikki thanks you. I, of course, am not her. I am Captain Hook. Or am I a codfish? I'm about to cut into this, but just letting you know, I tried. The parts that I carved off, it's really hard to breathe in this corset. And I would suggest leaving out the lemon extract. I think what I thought at the time was that I was going to bring out the cherry flavor. Leave it out. Okay, let's cut into it. Just kidding. Draw your weapons! Oh, it's a poisonous cake. Oh, Tinkerbell. Would you mind bringing this to Peter and in his Lost Boys, please. Just tell him Mr. Smee and... It's coming. It's coming. Where is it? Where is it? No, 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 no! Where do I walk the plank?